Ever wondered why some people seem to climb the corporate ladder faster than others? Could it be a matter of workplace behavior? Welcome to our discussion on unprofessional workplace behavior, a topic often overlooked yet significantly impactful in one's career progression. In the modern professional world, it's not just about what you know or who you know, but how you conduct yourself. Unprofessional behavior can range from the seemingly harmless, like habitual tardiness, to the more severe, such as spreading harmful gossip or constantly complaining. These behaviors can create a negative environment, hinder productivity, and ultimately stunt career growth. But fear not. Recognizing these behaviors is the first step towards improvement. We're all human after all, and we all have room for growth. So let's dive into this fascinating topic, shine a light on the common unprofessional behaviors, and explore ways to avoid them. Stay tuned as we dive into real-life case studies highlighting unprofessional behaviors that might be holding you back. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips on professionalism at the workplace. Meet Jane, an employee who loves to share the latest office gossip. Jane is a well-known figure in her workplace, always at the heart of the latest buzz. She thrives on the thrill of being the first to relay the freshest piece of office gossip to her colleagues. But what Jane does not realize is the negative impact her gossiping habit has on her work environment and her own reputation. Let's delve a bit into this. Gossiping by nature is often based on unverified information and speculation. When Jane spreads gossip, it creates a sense of unease and mistrust among her colleagues. They start wondering, if Jane can talk this way about others, what is she saying about me when I'm not around? This undoubtedly disrupts the harmony of the workplace and can even lead to conflicts among team members. Moreover, gossiping can create an atmosphere of negativity and drama. It takes away from the focus on work, productivity, and collaboration. Workplaces thrive on teamwork and mutual trust, and gossiping can seriously hamper these elements. It's like a small crack in a dam that can eventually lead to its complete breakdown. But let's not forget about Jane herself. While she might enjoy the temporary attention and thrill, her constant gossiping reflects poorly on her character. It raises questions about her credibility and trustworthiness. Over time, her colleagues may start distancing themselves from her, wary of becoming the next subject of her gossip. This can lead to isolation and a serious dent in her professional relationships. And what about her superiors? They might overlook occasional chit-chat, but persistent gossiping can be seen as a sign of unprofessionalism. It might even affect Jane's career progression, as managers are less likely to promote someone they perceive as a source of discord and mistrust. So the lesson here is clear. Gossiping might seem like harmless fun, but it can have serious consequences. It's crucial to maintain a professional demeanor at work, and that includes avoiding gossip. Remember, it's not just about what you say, but also how and where you say it. Now, let's take a look at John, a man who seems to have a complaint for every occasion. John's workspace is like a stage, and he's the star of his own show, The Chronicles of Complaints. Every day, he has a new grievance. The coffee's too cold, the air conditioning's too loud, the meetings are too long, the deadlines are too tight. You name it, John has a complaint about it. In his mind, John might believe he's standing up for himself or others. But let's peel back the layers. The constant negativity creates a gloomy atmosphere around him. His colleagues start to dread interacting with him because they know a complaint is coming. It's like a dark cloud that follows John wherever he goes, casting a shadow over the team's spirit. This constant negativity doesn't just affect the atmosphere, it also lowers morale. Team members start to feel drained, their enthusiasm dwindles, and productivity takes a hit. John's complaints, rather than fostering improvement or change, become an unwelcome distraction, a constant source of stress and tension. To make matters worse, John's chronic complaining paints him as uncooperative and unprofessional. Instead of being seen as a problem solver, he's viewed as a problem creator. His superiors begin to question his ability to handle challenges and his willingness to contribute positively. His constant complaints aren't seen as constructive criticism, but rather as an inability to adapt and work collaboratively. John's example serves as a reminder that while it's important to voice concerns and stand up for what's right, there's a fine line between constructive criticism and chronic complaining. It's about how you communicate your concerns and how often you're focusing on the negative. Remember, everyone prefers to work in a positive environment, a place where issues are addressed constructively and solutions are sought collaboratively, a place where people feel energized, not drained. Complaints are necessary, but constant negativity can hold you back. So, let's strive to be problem solvers, not problem creators. Let's learn from John's case and aim to create a positive, productive, and professional workplace environment. Pete, our third case study, has a knack for showing up late. Now, Pete is a talented individual, there's no doubt about that. His work is top-notch, his ideas are innovative, but there's one issue that overshadows all his positive traits: his perpetual tardiness. Picture this: a team meeting is scheduled for 9 in the morning. Everyone's present, coffee in hand, ready to discuss the project. But the team lead's chair remains empty. That's Pete's chair. The clock ticks past 9, then 9:10, and finally, at 9:20, Pete rushes in, offering a hurried apology. This isn't an isolated incident, it's a pattern. His colleagues can't help but feel irked. After all, their time is valuable too. They've made an effort to be punctual, so why can't Pete? This constant tardiness erodes trust within the team. They begin to question Pete's respect for them and his commitment to his role. Moreover, Pete's lateness doesn't just affect his colleagues, it impacts his work too. If he's late to a meeting, he misses out on crucial information. He has to play catch-up, which can lead to mistakes, misunderstandings, and missed opportunities. And in the long run, this can affect his performance and growth within the organization. But the most significant impact of Pete's chronic lateness is on his professional image. In the workplace, punctuality is seen as a sign of respect, commitment, and reliability. By being perpetually late, Pete is inadvertently painting himself as someone who lacks these qualities. He may be talented, but his tardiness can make others question his professionalism. In conclusion, while we can empathize with Pete's struggle to manage time, it's crucial for him to address this issue. Small changes like setting earlier alarms, planning his morning routine, or even seeking help from a mentor can make a significant difference. Remember, respect for others' time is a sign of professionalism. We've seen Jane, John, and Pete, but what can we learn from their unprofessional behaviors? Let's take a moment to revisit their stories. Jane, the gossip monger, was a classic example of how spreading rumors and engaging in office politics can lead to a toxic workplace environment. Not only did this behavior damage her own reputation, but it also affected her team's morale and productivity. If Jane had focused more on her work and less on gossip, she could have fostered a more positive and collaborative atmosphere at her workplace. Then we had John, the chronic complainer. His constant negativity was a drain on his colleagues and created a pessimistic work culture. Instead of constantly expressing dissatisfaction, John could have turned his complaints into constructive feedback. This approach would have not only improved his relationships with colleagues, but also his own job satisfaction. Our third case was Pete, the perpetually late employee. Pete's habit of tardiness not only showed a lack of respect for his colleagues' time, but also demonstrated a lack of commitment to his job. If Pete had managed his time more effectively and made being punctual a priority, he could have shown his dedication to his role and respect for his coworkers. The common thread through all these cases is the importance of maintaining professionalism at all times in the workplace. Being professional goes beyond just being polite or dressing appropriately. It's about treating others with respect, taking responsibility for our actions, and contributing to a positive work environment. Each of these elements can significantly influence our career trajectory. Everyone, at some point, can slip into unprofessional behaviors, often without realizing the impact they have on those around us. But it's never too late to correct these behaviors. With self-awareness and a commitment to change, we can improve our work habits and create a more positive and productive workplace. Think about your own behaviors. Could any of them be perceived as unprofessional? Remember, awareness is the first step to improvement. Workplace behavior matters more than you might think. The way you conduct yourself in professional settings can have a profound impact on your career trajectory. It's not just about what you do, but how you do it. The nuances of your behavior, your attitude, and your interactions with others can either propel you forward or hold you back. It's essential to take a step back and reflect on our own conduct. Are we the gossip monger, the chronic complainer, or the perpetually late Pete? If we find ourselves slipping into these unprofessional habits, it's never too late to course correct. Remember, striving for improvement is not about achieving perfection, but about growth and progress. It's about demonstrating respect for our colleagues, our work, and most importantly, ourselves. As we navigate the complex and often challenging world of work, let's remember to carry ourselves with dignity, respect, and professionalism. In the race to success, let professionalism be your winning stride.